North Ferriby 0-1 Lincoln City, FA Cup giant-killers maintain lead at top of the table, as Arsenal scouts are turned away ahead of quarter-final clash. Defender Luke Waterfall headed Lincoln ahead from a corner after 21 minutes. The FA Cup heroes pushed hard for a second, but were denied by North Ferriby. Result takes Lincoln 3 points clear at the top of the National League. Arsenal scouts were refused entry after only filing entry applications on Tuesday. Lincoln City boss Danny Cowley says the past 8 weeks have felt like a dream and, while a trip to North Ferriby had all the makings of a dose of reality, it merely proved the latest romantic installment in their fairy tale season. The Imps are 3 points clear at the top of the National League with 2 games in hand after defender Luke Waterfall headed the only goal against the division's bottom club. But there was little escaping the real excitement, Saturday's 1-0 win at Burnley in the FA Cup having landed them a quarter-final trip to Arsenal, whose scouts were refused entry after waiting until the morning of the game to make their application. A record attendance of 2,389 was proof enough that there was no room at this tiny non-league outpost, where freight trains rumble above the main stand and the village post office doubles as a ticket office. And Cowley said, "This tonight was our real world. The FA Cup has been brilliant, we've connected with the community, with the city and the whole country now, but the league is the opportunity to change our lives. This is proper football." When Lincoln arrive at the Emirates Stadium next month, the team coach will be flanked by police motorbikes and delivered to the glass-fronted entrance just a few steps from the cushioned surrounds of the visitors' dressing room. Here they were dropped off on the nearest main road and made to walk the final few hundred yards of their journey, cutting between the allotments on their right and the terraced houses of Grange Lane on their left. When Cowley emerged for the warm-up, applause filled the ground, for this was as good as a home fixture for Lincoln, who had the backing of an incredible 2,000 supporters who had made the 42-mile journey north across the Humber. One of them bemoaned having to spend £15 on newspapers yesterday, only to then speak of his pride at seeing his young son pictured in several. Another queried the rules on Europa League qualification. "Would we qualify," he ventured, "if we lost in the final to a team already in the top 4? He is told not. "Ah well, we'll just have to go and win it," he returns. The odds on that, by the way, are only 151. Anyone remember 5001 shots Leicester City for the Premier League? The chances are, of course, they will exit the competition in North London, and that made events in North Ferriby all the more important given Cowley's insistence that promotion to the Football League after a 6-year absence remains their priority. And how resilient they were during a first half kicking against the bitter breeze blowing in from the nearby Humber, less than a mile away, with Waterfall heading in from Sam Habigham's corner on 22 minutes. The second half was much of the same with Lincoln in control and, given the prospect of their glamour tie against the Gunners, their commitment must be applauded. Oh, and there wasn't a stake buy in sight. At a bargain £2.50 they sold out before half-time. Not that any of Lincoln's players would risk their involvement at Arsenal, you can bet on that.